morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to episode 6 of the Hallmark of Greatness podcast, a podcast dedicated to highlighting the beauty of all the Hallmark, Lifetime, straight-to-TV movies that don't get the admiration they fully deserve. I'm Anthony Burke, and with me again are my co-hostesses with the mostesses. He's returned from saving a young child in the jungle of Manila. It's Joe Higgins.
And I do it again, too, rather than go back to my loving wife.
And he's being taken away by top men for writing a series of articles claiming the moon is flat. It's Craig Lowe.
Well, prove it to me otherwise. Prove it to me otherwise. You've got no proof, have you? Nothing. I was going to say that chain's out of business now.
If you'd like to keep up to date with all things Hallmark of Greatness, you can follow the show on Twitter at Hallmark of Great, on Instagram, Hallmark of Greatness, or if you'd like to get in touch with any recommendations or thoughts, or anything you think we may have missed, you can email the show at hallmarkofgreatness@gmail.com. How are we, boys? It's no longer Valentine's.
No, woo! It's the last day of the rectangular month of February.
Indeed, the perfectly symmetrical month.
I'm kind of sad that it's over.
It'll come round again. In what a mere 6 years.
Does it? No, because it's got leap years in there. Like February's a knobhead month like that, isn't it?
Yeah. We may never see it again.
February, the old knobhead month.
Oh, it's like the 22nd of February next year. Everyone's going to be like, yeah, idiots.
I did see on Facebook that this time last year and another lifetime ago, we were at Darts Club.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Exactly 12 months ago when life was fancy free.
The last time we stepped outside, not for work.
Abby's workplace is like, oh, we should go in. We're allowed back out again. So it's still open.
Oh, good. I would imagine that kind of place is because it was not like
it's not like a building, and I'm assuming it was rented.
Yeah, but it's not like a pop-up one. They're the ones that struggle.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was fun night. I'd do it again. The burgers were
yeah.
Yeah, we'll find somewhere else for that. But yeah, Runaway Romance is today's film.
Indeed, it was.
It's such a shame that this isn't recorded video because that dancing by you two was tremendous.
Set it to recorded video if you really wish to.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But, nobody needs to see that.
Oh, nobody wants to see our faces.
Predictions based on Runaway Romance, the title, and Runaway Romance, the poster.
Well, looking at the poster, I would instantly presume, and was pretty much correct, that this was just an adaptation of the second series of The Simple Life, starring the Paris Hilton reality show, where throw Paris Hilton, millionaire heiress and sex tape winker, it's throw her into an unusual scenario like a farm, the Amish, something like that, and let her suffer.
Okay.
And that seems to be what this was, pretty much.
Only you were aware of that. No idea what you're talking about.
Do you not remember The Simple Life?
I'm aware of Paris Hilton as an entity, as a thing.
Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, it was like the MTV show after Jackass.
No. Must have been.
No.
No, you're fine.
You're in the age.
I have, based on the title alone, Runaway Romance. Helen is on the run for a crime of passion that she clearly could not commit. On her heels is a grizzled yet somehow sensitive detective called Chip Romance. A game of sexy cat and mouse ensues as Helen tries to clear her name and Chip falls in love with her. The only thing they couldn't run away from was their hearts.
I thought you were going to say it was the law.
No, because he is the law. Chip Romance is the law.
I know.
So basically,
like the Harrison Ford film
Fugitive.
But yeah, sexy.
Star Wars.
The one where he goes to the Amish.
Get off my plane.
Oh Christ, yeah, he does, doesn't he? There is a
Frantic, is it? Or no, it's not Frantic, it's Witness.
I don't know. Doesn't he slap a child in that one?
Yeah.
Anthony, you need to watch more films and just bend it like Beckham. I told you. I quite enjoyed this.
Do you want the actual synopsis on?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go on, synopsis me up, Charlie.
Runaway Romance. A reality TV star leaves Hollywood and finds herself in Amish country, where she must decide between staying in her newfound reality or returning to her old one.
Pretty much what it says it's in.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the trailer for this week's film at the end because it is like 2.5 minutes long. and basically tells you the entire plot of the film in 2.5
That's our job.
Yeah,
because for the first time, this is not a Hallmark movie.
it is
Was it
not.
not?
This is an up TV movie.
Yes.
It was straight to TV, which is important.
Yeah.
But one of the reviews I read today was like, "This is not a Hallmark movie," and I was like, "It's the same thing, though."
It's the same thing. It's got a better production value. It looks nicer.
I don't know. I have issues.
Better production apart from one bit.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable hour and a half.
I quite enjoyed it.
The last
I
time
don't know
it annoyed me.
I don't know whether it's
sorry, go on, Craig. Go on.
I don't know if it's whether we've been locked down for like a year or not, but I think it was the beautiful Kentucky skylines that it constantly cut to that just made me like it very much. It was nature porn.
I think that the cow, silo, horse that they kept doing just made me go, I wish I could go outside.
A lot of greenery. It was quite enjoyable.
It was very pretty.
It was the first one in a while where I've not been looking at a clock going, Jesus Christ, there's still another hour left.
Oh, I did about halfway through.
Oh, did you? I was all right.
Well, I did at a certain point thinking that it was wrapping up and then realised it still had 20 minutes to go.
And it wraps up and you go, no.
Why
No. There's other things to talk
Another
about.
half hour out. Yeah, but it has to be a tight 90 minutes.
I honestly thought there was going to be something post-credits because looking at the Amazon timeline, it still had like 6 minutes left to run. So I let it run and then just started playing the movie over again.
Yeah, both that WandaVision
At the end, I think
credits.
Yeah, it was just like 3 or 4 minutes at the start of the film again before it went, what do you want to watch next? I was like, okay.
When I did Google this as well, the thing that comes up there is their Runaway Romance 2. So we find out what happens.
See, a lot of these films, they try and leave in a lot of the extra stuff just to make like 90 minutes. This one cut out some.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get down to 90 minutes, yeah.
We've only got 90 minutes worth of celluloid to put out to the cinema. So, I said I enjoyed it. It's not as bad as some of the stuff we've seen.
No, you'll find it later, but I think this gets my highest score out of the 6 so far.
Oh, good lord.
Wow.
Anthony Wildcat Burke strikes again.
Not even any Bend It Like Beckham references in this film.
No, nobody scores a goal from outside the penalty area.
From the opening bit, though, the opening music, I was like, did I do the music for this? Because it sounds very much like our theme tune. Turns out I didn't.
It was cheery, upbeat. It was much better than the last one. You could already tell the mood was going to be down.
Yeah.
Also, there was a sign for Beverly Hills, which I've been to. I'd just like to point that out.
Well done. Stock it.
Why is it upside down, Anthony? Are you in distress?
I paused it there and then I went, oh, I've been there.
Stock footage from Beverly Hills.
Straight away into talking to, what was he called? Scott.
Tiny eyes.
With lockdown hair.
Oh, I was like, non-union David Spade.
Why were his eyes so close together?
At one point, I have written, he is basically a Cyclops.
His eyes are, and they're both focused on the end of his nose as well. He's so boss-eyed, so close together.
But his hair just didn't help him because it was so.
Yeah, the
large.
hair was so large that I have seen pictures of him where he has got a short back and sides, and the closeness of his eyes is not as pronounced.
Yeah, I don't think framing his face with hair detracts from the boss-eyedness of the man.
Well, anyway, this was part of. Well, we find out this was part of the reality TV show that they're filming.
He had them eggs with some gusto, didn't he?
Well, he only had one bite and then went, all right, I'm off now.
Yeah, these are the most delicious eggs. Yeah, I'm only eating one mouthful. Bye.
I'm going to play golf. The reality TV show where Anne is about to be, well, she thinks she's about to get married to Scott.
Yeah, the gossip rags are a buzz. They're a buzz with the reporting of it. Yeah.
You're not good. What was the reality TV show called? I've not
Life with the Addisons.
Addison, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It should be just the Addison, though, because he's not married, so therefore... It's
and he has no siblings, and as far as I'm aware, his mother is just exec producing this.
Slash.
Yeah, so that's where we get to the next bit where a production meeting, and it turns out to be his mom is the, like I say, exec producer.
O'Neill as well, which
is she someone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to point out as well, on their dining room table while they were having breakfast, there was a dragon fruit in that bowl. Fancy, innit?
Oh, it's reality TV money for you there.
That fruit's horrible. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
His mum being the exec producer of this reality TV show where he's dating various women felt very creepy.
No, he's only dating her. He's been dating her for 2 years.
Yeah, but it sounds like this show's been going on for a bit, and
just stringing along romances. Well, it's because his eyes are too close together. He has to get a reality show just to get the honeys.
Yeah, but it seems remain within his 10-10 vision.
His mum being in charge of this felt very strange.
Directly in front of him, like a hawk. But at a distance, he's not good. I was got like, why is he so obsessed with his mum when he's talking to her? And then he kisses her by smashing his face into her face.
Then he goes playing golf and production
we get to
meeting.
meet Gretchen, who holds up a magazine that's clearly been printed out.
There and then.
You mean Gretchen, the character that should be a character and is only in one other scene other than this?
Oh, shit. They gave her a surname, though.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, which the suggestion is that, they're getting married from this reality TV show.
No. This is...
No.
The ratings plateaued, which is that a bad thing?
Yes.
They're not going down, they're just staying the same. If you've hit as many viewers as you're going to hit, what is going to drive you over the edge?
Saturation of the market. Yeah. Without murder or something, you're never going to,
Nothing's ever noticed as to what this reality TV show is. It just them two? Because normally reality TV shows have like 5 or 6 couples where you might follow a few of them. Does he have a brother? Because there is mention that the replacement romance dated his brother or cousin in a previous season. He does. Yeah, did he say that?
Yeah, it does.
But what is is it just following them to their 2 lives?
I think it's like there's a lot.
God, that's boring.
I was going to say you obviously have never watched Geordie Shore or Jersey Shore or anything that currently airs on music television.
But at least that's. I'm led to believe anyway. I've not seen them, but that's at least half a dozen couples. This just seems like it's just them 2.
No, but there is like ones that just focus on one person and their day. I think Hulk Hogan did one where it was just about.
Okay.
Hogan knows best, and then it sort of span off into his daughter. I think his daughter had a career off the back of that, and
well, like the Osbournes in essence, isn't it? And things like that. That's like my two references are Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne. Everything you need to know about me there.
Yeah. Then the talking of getting rid of Anne, who we should point out is a chef or small town chef.
Was a small town chef.
Caterer, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
Was, yes.
And now is just socialite.
Well, she's known in the country all over the place. She can't get it anywhere.
No, of course. This is the most popular show in the world. Although no one recognizes her.
I will be honest with you. Rid of Anne. They're going to keep their relationship going, but away from the cameras secretly every now and then, and replace Anne on screen with I forget the name that they said, but some
non-character
person.
Person you see only in a photograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anne quits.
I've just got at this point, this is stupid. How is he a leading man? He has boss-eyed and looks like a hawk.
No, I've got the struggles of a reality TV star, totally relatable.
Well, yeah. As she leaves, she hides around in her house, doesn't she?
That's after I've sung Little Red Corvette at the screen, because they make a very big note to say that she's driving a red Corvette, and I was like, why? Why are we pointing this out?
Well, I realised afterward, like later on, the reason that they pointed out to the press, because there was people there taking pictures of there, wasn't there?
Yeah, Barry.
There was at least
later
on, 3 people there.
Yeah, so they had to make that point that paparazzi were always there taking photos of her, so that later on when she went into that little town in Kentucky, she got shocked, didn't she, when she saw someone taking a photo of her?
Yeah, and it was just sexy next to a tree.
I assumed that was the link, the one minuscule link to paparazzi.
All I remember is that she threatens to phone. Tatum O'Neill, Scott's mum, threatens
Veronica.
Veronica. Oh, did she have a name? Oh, right.
Yeah, she had a name.
She says she's going to phone Barry Walson, who's in charge of the paparazzi. And I was like, not Barry Walson. And then the world is all... There's that weird bit where Gretchen borrows the car.
Yeah.
And faces it down the highway, parking at her.
Yeah, she says she's going to disappear for a while, doesn't she?
Just completely unhinged.
I think at that point you could put in for a restraining order, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I've also put, when is this awful wig coming off? I know from the poster that she's actually blonde.
Oh, that was a quite bad wig, wasn't it? And
she does a good job of dyeing her hair.
She does.
It looks professional.
Her hair.
Going from a completely raven black-haired woman to platinum blonde overnight on one box of peroxide.
Yeah,
she does
She doesn't get all of it because it's all dark underneath the back. At that time, I asked Harvey to do mine, and I ended up, like reverse Pepe the Pew. Pepe Le Pew, not Pepe the Pew. That's no French here. There's all these things. I'm like, oh, where is she? No one's seen her. No one's been checked that she's not dead.
No.
It's just like,
we're going to get to the scene now where all they're bothered about is setting up this new romance with Scott and New Girl.
We don't even name.
And all they're doing is trying to place a photographer at the meeting point to we'll put this out.
Barry Walton's on
You're like, well, that's not going to work. Surely, if your fans are that invested in this romance, they're not going to take kindly to he's randomly just met some new girl. We don't know where the other girl's gone, but it'll be fine.
Well, no, they spin it, don't they? That he proposed, she said no and left him.
I've got written here that they say she brought it on herself, and obviously leaking lies to the press. The way to go with this hit TV show, just human garbage. That's all these people are. They're just human garbage.
And is then driving her car through some beautiful, beautiful countryside.
It is beautiful. Yeah. And she gets to Kentucky. Now.
Well, no, we get to a sign saying Cave City.
Yeah, which is Kentucky. Come on. Yeah, it said Cave City, KY, Kentucky. Right, Kentucky.
Go on.
A 31-hour drive away from LA. She looks as fresh as a daisy.
Well, she bleached her hair. She stopped over.
Yeah, she had a night in a motel, didn't she?
But you need more than this.
Not drop pills, mate.
31-hour drive, and she looks grand.
Drop pet pills. Shitload of cheap amphetamine.
It looks like it was the next day she arrived there. No.
It'd be a couple of days drive that, I reckon.
At least.
She stopped up on the
She's
road.
on her own. Having done long drives.
Woman, she can.
It is tiring. Just no.
Although, especially through a state like Kentucky, which is just long highways with farmland all around.
Slept in the car. It's fine. Listening to Spirit 102.7.
Yeah.
The radio station that does plot devices.
Yeah. As we
talk about her life.
As we learn, the only news is this reality TV show. I've listened to radio news. I don't think they talk about fucking keeping up with the Kardashians on a daily basis.
Not in such level of detail. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on repeat every hour of the hour.
And editorializing it, going, oh, well, look at her, the slag.
Yeah. Calm down.
Oh, we also noticed that she's got engine problems at this point. I said this, I've got to stop saying at this point.
No, because my thing is, it shows the petrol gauge of her car, and then it just goes, boo! Like, and I don't drive a car. Do cars work like that? Or would it not
that was the engine. That was the engine gauge.
What's an engine gauge?
To see what the engine levels are like. Yeah. That's the one that went, woo!
Oh, right, was it?
Yeah.
But yes, I have written down, though, an overheating engine does not mean that your car creates a mind of its own, much like Kit from Knight Rider, and starts to veer vigorously all over the road.
Well, she's not paying attention. She throws her phone out of the window.
Yeah, onto the longest grass ever.
The longest grass I wanted to point that.
The longest, softest, lusciest grass.
Almost got like an outline of a cameraman laying in the grass. Excellent bit of controlled stunt work there, though, with a very slow veer off to the side of the road.
This is where I was saying the production value fell down, because the CG on her crash when she came to a stop was shocking.
That wasn't CG.
It was. If you go back and watch that, it was awful. No, at the end when she came to a stop. Go back and watch it.
I'm not going to go back and watch it.
I will never see this film again, but
there was some dodgy. It was like they obviously had 4 guys around the car shaking it with a green screen behind her, and then suddenly stopped, and then they cut back into where she was.
To be fair, there was a lot of dodgy green screen while she was driving, because you could see the outline in the middle of the headrest.
That's why you don't have blonde hair and green screen.
I'll try and find the still of it.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Never let your car run out of petrol, or it will catch fire. It wasn't run out of petrol.
No, petrol was fine. Yeah,
I just saw the little thing, and I was
it's fine.
She goes and looks for a
So yeah,
phone.
she goes and looks for a phone, which is shattered like it's been thrown off
Beyond
a
repair.
20-story building.
Did that phone commit suicide?
I don't care.
I couldn't believe she picked it up, and I thought she threw that on grass. It looks fine.
Threw that on grass. On lovely shatterproof modern iPhone technology that would not break on that side. You could throw an iPhone onto concrete now, and you just get a dent in the side of it. Throw it onto long grass, and you're screwed. It's at this point I've literally just wrote in all capitals, followed by 3 exclamation marks. Amish.
Yeah. Pulls up. She runs out in front of it like
Helpful people, yeah. Yeah, it was already slowing down. I don't know what she was.
I mean, she's not got much luck with depth of vision. She's going to get run over by a horse later on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Maybe that's why her and Scott got on, because they both got fucked eyes.
Jimmy and Sarah. Sarah, who I wrote down as a non-union Karen Gillan.
Oh, I liked Sarah.
I did.
Yeah.
Still a non-union Karen
A
Gillan.
lot better than this film was giving her credit for.
Yeah.
But
But she still looks the exact same as Karen Gillan.
She's ginger and a woman. Racist. I put, are the Amish allowed to drive in cars?
Yeah, I've got fact check at this point. Even though Amish shun technology, they can hire people to drive them around. That's a hell of a loophole. You can't have any fucking buttons, but you can call an Uber.
Well, there's
Well, we get to it
later on as well.
Unfortunately, every fact check I do, they tend to instantly try and insert it about 3 minutes later with some Wikipedia reading.
Later on, we also see that the technology levels are.
Yeah, I mean,
It's loose Amish country, this one.
Well, unless you're Bishop McKellen, yeah. Jimmy says to her, "I think I know you." After just meeting her
Well,
in that car,
yeah,
he
recognises her. But he says he recognises her. But later on, he says he doesn't watch the program.
He doesn't watch the program, and numerous people point out how different she looks with blonde hair.
Which she did, to be fair.
Yeah, she didn't look like the same person.
No.
She was still wearing makeup like she had dark hair. Because,
Like she hadn't been driving for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
She is heading back to Scranton, PA.
Scranton!
What's Scranton, PA famous for?
You want to go visit Dunder Mifflin, mate?
It is The Office, US.
Oh, is it The Office right there?
It is, yeah. I knew you'd get that one.
Oh, I was very, very happy about that.
Yeah.
We get a shot of a horse and a cow. That's made me happy. And then I was like, when they introduced the rules of the Amish hotel,
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, Craig Facts, do we have this? Is there only a toilet that everyone has to share?
I mean, there isn't this one.
I'm surprised that they got indoor plumbing, I'll be honest with you.
Well, they've got a gas cooker coming up soon.
I mean, they go and build a house with industrial circular saws and stuff. So
The attention to detail I'm giving this, though, because throughout that film, I was looking around this inn and around the kitchen whenever they were in there, because that's mostly where they spend the time. There's not a single plug socket anywhere to be seen. So kudos on the production design there.
Those handles like in a sconce on the wall and stuff.
Yeah, so they had made the effort to actually paper over the plugs.
My reviews later on, actually.
It might be that there are certain rules that I assume they couldn't do anything that relates to electricity or gas or anything like that, but obviously they can.
I genuinely depends how hardcore they are.
Rules of the Amish shun technology to a point. You're all right with the wheel, buttons, no.
Buttons around. Oh man, this is so confusing.
When they arrived at the inn, they walked in and they walked past a couple just swinging on the veranda. We never see them again.
This is after Jimmy tries to shaft her out of any sort of business to this struggling inn, where he's going, "I'll take you up the road if you want."
He does, yeah.
You don't want to stay here. You've got a shit in a hole.
But we never see this. I thought this couple might have been like that Sarah's parents, or
the other people staying here are here for a wedding, and they'll leave.
Okay.
And they're leaving in 2 days at this point.
Yeah. I was just surprised we never saw them. I thought they might have been parents and they're going to help out, but no, they just never see them again.
I've got a little nod. Butch Amish.
Butch, is it this where we're introduced into this movie's Hunter?
And she ruined the flower.
Yeah,
indeed.
Also, Anthony.
Nope.
One night you made everything go.
Yeah.
I didn't
clock that for you.
She goes to get more towels. It's flour. Just stand outside and waft yourself.
Yeah, just waft it a bit. Yeah, just.
She had to leave them alone for a minute to lock eyes.
And so that Hunter could give her money or something.
Sneaking the money on the sly. Yeah, we don't know yet why, but could be drugs. Those crazy Amish drugs that you see.
Also, I'm going to put it now. If anyone hasn't got this already, Hunter, non-union Thor.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah,
I'll get it. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, ruined flour. She had to get Jimmy to take her to the shop to get that flour.
I know. Got
it disappeared. We need it in the morning.
Smoke signs for the bloody Uber again.
Let's call Jimmy back.
Oh, Jimmy's a bit creepy at this point.
Jimmy's very creepy.
But this is where he sat in the diner, and we get what I'm presuming was placeholder dialogue again, where he fixes the cafe owner's laptop by deleting some temporary folders. That's all it needed.
Jim and Spartacus all over again.
But it seems like he goes there every night for this burger.
He literally says, "You come in here every day and have that. You're going to die soon." And he's
he's not like he's a big fat guy. He's in decent shape, Jimmy. Well, does he go there, eat his burgers, exercise it all off for the next day?
Have we got this bit yet? Or have I missed it? Where he says that when he finishes school, he's going to... I'm like, Jimmy, you're 34.
No, that is later on. But
this is in this conversation in the thing where he's going to finish... I thought it was in this where he's talking about, I'm going to finish school, I'm going to be a reality star.
Oh, no, that's when he's talking to Anne about that in the car.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
I wonder if those burgers were Gordo's. They're obsessed with burgers. Is it like the most American thing, burgers? I don't know, because they feature heavily, and I don't know why.
No, I don't know. Next morning now, Anne comes down at 6:00 in the morning to...
I've got Amish talk in the morning.
Yeah.
When you're staying in a hotel,
as
this is, it's a hotel, it's advertised as a hotel.
Okay.
You walk about and go to breakfast in your pajamas?
No.
No, right. Is Amish different?
Not even in...
Are the Amish not allowed to use, like, verbal contractions either?
No, I know it's that. Well, she was from... But it seemed like she was... The language she possibly learned was German.
Yeah. No, it's Dutch. She's Dutch Pennsylvanian, isn't she? That's
so
where
they're saying Danke and Nine. That's not Dutch.
I don't think they're actually Dutch. I think it is German.
That was definitely German that they were speaking. Oh, well, because they kept saying Danke.
This is based on Dwight Schrute in The Office.
Yeah.
Who is of German descent, but has Amish tendencies. So
there's Pennsylvania Dutch. It might be close, but Kentucky clearly German.
No, it's all the Nines and Dankers and...
Yeah, that's what
I will appreciate the effort made on the accents. The people who were playing the Amish actually made the effort to actually afflict some sort of accent there, which was nice.
It's a fine barn.
Yeah, she's making a quiche.
For breakfast.
Can't have the flour because it ruined yesterday.
No, she had a big bowl of it. One more cup of flour. She did, didn't she?
And the caterer helps make the quiche.
There's no way of making pastry.
Oh yeah, this is where we find out that the reason Hunter gave us some cash was because Hunter and her husband, whose name escapes me, were very good. Noah, sorry, thank you.
Noah, not the
very good friends. I know they were very good friends, and he died recently.
Yeah. Died of unknown reasons.
Unknown reasons, we never know. But he
construction site, so I'm assuming it was that
being outside. Well, he could have had something fall on his head because when they're on that construction site, no one is wearing high vis. No one's got a hard hat on.
And Hunter was in charge, so I'm assuming he's just guilt-ridden. So he's paying her off.
While they are making this breakfast, though, the music takes a very sexy tone.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I've written down that these two flirting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They were flirting. And
this is the romance.
She was like looking at all that fruit, and I'm like, she's going to start like stroking a cucumber and stuff. But it was all very,
Yeah, it was. But this was, I was going to ask the question because I didn't know. But she says to put the quiche in the oven. Now, I didn't realise they could have an oven.
Again, right? So at the start, right, this all feeds together because I missed the bit about her being a caterer, clearly. So those eggs at the start that Scott ate one bite of, she made those for.
Yeah.
Right, I'm okay with that. Cooking montage, fine. Dry parsley. What the fuck are you putting parsley in a quiche for? I don't know. And then, how has she made quiche in a pan? Also, who has quiche for breakfast?
Well, it was for
Indeed.
the
Amish.
yeah.
Clearly.
But I assumed ovens get plugged in.
It could be
No, it might be gas. It might just be a stove. It might be a wood stove.
yeah, it could
Okay.
be like a what do they call them posh ones that wankers have?
Arga.
An Arga, yeah, which is just wood fired, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. It looked like a proper one behind him, but yeah, it might be right. Yeah.
Hunter, here we go.
He's an architect.
He's an architect, but he can also mend stuff. Ding, 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 ding. Yep. There we go. He's got a well-paid job, but also he can whittle. Jimmy shows up.
Andy's single. Wait, we find out Hunter's single.
Oh, he's still.
Yeah. Hunter's single, yeah.
This while she's completing other chores in the hotel that she's staying in. I'm presuming for free because she's made breakfast. She's
She got
hanging
everything
the
for free.
washing up.
Well,
So-
I didn't expect you to make every meal, and I'm like,
Later on, she gets a car for free. Well, a car fixed for free.
what from what's he called? The garage man, who is the best actor in this.
Yeah, who appears in a lot of things as a Polynesian guy.
Oh, does he? Yeah.
I recognise him from quite a few things I've watched recently. I think he's in some crime procedural that I watch, and he was also in Finding Ohana on Netflix.
Did they find her in the end?
No.
Ah, what a shame.
It is here where we find out Jimmy wants to be a reality star.
Yeah,
He's taking.
clearly
Anne
think.
to
Yeah,
the-
yeah. Yeah, I've got B guy wants to be reality star.
In a similar vein to your Paris Hilton thing before, Craig, I've got. Doesn't this basically happen to David in Schitt's Creek? At
Yes.
the start, he runs off to join the Amish.
Yeah.
Right, I thought I'd seen something similar recently, but
It's just like, this is not how you become a reality star. You don't just, it's not something you apply for. The Real World was a long time ago on MTV. You can't apply to be a reality star.
Of course you can.
so
Can you?
Look at Love Island and things like that.
Those are competitions though. Life with the Addisons is actual
Okay.
camera following.
Life of the Addisons.
Yeah,
Guessing, we're speculating.
yeah, we're speculating that this is some sort of Keeping Up with the Kardashians knockoff.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, fair enough.
It's going to take 10 days to fix her car.
10 days.
10 days to refill a radiator.
No, the engine.
Yeah, the whole engine went, Greg.
The whole engine's gone, yeah.
Arby, or whatever he was called, the guy was like, no, your engine's broke. What's wrong with it? It's broke.
Broke. Big job.
The smoke coming out, innit?
These parts. See ya.
10 days, which is a nice plot thing because it means she can stay there for a while.
Buying a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Why
sure
she doesn't? It's not her car. It's not her car.
It is. Fuck it off, yeah.
No, it's the assistants. It's Gretchen's.
I think we cut back at this point to...
Yeah, we go back to Veronica.
And she's like, numbers, 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 numbers.
The story backfired on them.
Yeah. Oh, and then the guy who's like the fat assistant just goes, Josh!
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why he did that. We never meet Josh.
He's just off screen.
The whole country now assumes that Scott cheated on Anne. And the whole country, because that's what everyone's watching.
Wrapped up in this.
The whole country, despite the fact that later on we find out it's only 8 million rather than the whole country.
Goes up
But,
2
you know,
million in the space of 30 seconds later on.
Yeah.
We'll get onto that later.
He wants to go somewhere where she's not known.
Watch
Only 8 million watch this.
Anywhere. Anywhere.
That's quite a small amount of numbers for America.
And also, don't go to Central America because that's where these shows are getting all the fucking viewers.
They're not allowed television.
I mean, fair enough, she went there, but she went there by accident.
Yeah, she didn't know she was going to Amish town.
No.
She thought she-
She goes into town after leaving.
And we get production value. We get actual Amish buggies. I was in absolute shock when I saw this. I could not believe that they'd actually made the effort to have multiple buggies going down the street.
This is filmed actually near an Amish community.
I would presume
I
so,
would
yeah.
say so, yeah.
It was filmed all over Kentucky, so I'm presuming that's how they've wangled
It
it.
was clearly filmed on different days too, because when they're in that town, it's chucking it down with rain. You step out of that little town, it's glorious sunshine. Because she leaves the garage, she leaves the shop, and it's glorious sunshine, gets into the town, and it's just starting to rain. And this is where she gets spooked by the photographer who's taking a picture of his wife next to nothing.
Being sexy next to a tree, mate.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
She thinks it's paparazzi.
Your missus looking sexy next to a tree? No, nobody does that.
I thought they were going to make more of this. But this is the one and only scene where she gets assumed that it's paparazzi. I thought, oh, she's doing a few things here. No, just one scene.
Nope.
One and done.
Stepped out in front of a horse and buggy, or car, as I'm going to call it, because I'm not American. And they run over by Amish Ian McKellen.
Scowling fake beard.
Don't speak so loud, Bishop. Your beard will fall off. Jimmy asked her at this. Oh, before Jimmy drops her off at the garage as well. He's like,
"Oh, sorry.
Oh, do you want to come and get dinner with us? Like lunch, I think he says." And she's like, "No, I'm taking a break from that." And then
lunch.
Hunt her over the way, and immediately she's over there like flies round dog tots, isn't she?
Yeah, she is straight over there.
Take a hit, Jimmy.
Hi, Hunter.
Jimmy technically is only if he's in school still. I'm guessing he's 17.
Oh, I think he's supposed to be about. He's supposed to be about 19, I think. But
is he really? I just thought he was like a
adult learner.
Adult learner. No, like he's gone back to school.
Gone back to school after not
reality TV. I don't know.
Yeah, after spending 10 years trying to break into the hot reality TV game, decided to do some computer engineering so he could get his foot in the door of reality TV.
Clearly very useful at because
he's gifted.
Delete temporary files.
He does all that. Yeah, but later in the film, he sets up all the
out of absolutely nowhere when he becomes.
He's clearly useful at it.
Computer hacking is just one of those things that
she checks her emails.
Before that, she runs over to Hunter when it's raining and goes, "Oh, the weather," and he says, "If you don't like this, then wait a minute." And I was like, "What does that mean?" Are you going to punch me in the face to make it worse?
Make my day worse.
Yeah, she accesses her emails. She doesn't. She just Skypes.
She scratching.
Skypes on a computer that, unless it was my TV that looked off, but I'm sure that computer screen didn't have a camera facing her.
It might have been built in like on my laptop.
I just looked for that. It still didn't look like it.
You wasted your time. She asks how Scott is. And Gretchen responds, still using his eyesight to hunt small mammals in fields.
That's what you wanted to get to. You wanted to get to your joke quicker. I'm sorry.
Come on.
Hunter offers to get her a coffee as well when she's finished on this.
Oh, and she says some coffee-based nonsense.
Yeah.
Almond half-cap frappuccino latte nonsense. And he goes, no, they've got sugar, milk, and cream. Are milk and cream different in coffee?
Yes, but
because you can get milk,
you don't really get cream. Yeah, you don't really get cream over it,
right? Because
you're not. I don't drink coffee,
but yeah, you don't really get cream over it. Okay. You just get milk. But yeah, it's a flashback to a previous film where that sort of coffee order is just a no.
He orders,
you're right.
He orders too many things, so
yeah.
They have the coffee. They have a little chat.
Yeah.
He offers to take her back to. She was going to walk back to.
She offers to walk back a lot, and everyone goes, "No, I'll drive." She goes, "Okay then."
It's a long way, you know.
She was going to walk back, so it can't be that far.
Well, otherwise, we learned that Hunter is half Amish, not a thing.
Amish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we do. You're right.
Because his mother left the convent when she didn't want to be Amish anymore.
Convent?
It's now a convent.
He is half Amish, but that's not how it works. It's not.
That's not how
characteristic.
Yeah, no.
It's more colorblind.
Yeah. No, but I think it's more to do with.
I'm half Amish on my father's side.
That's why his Uncle Bishop man was all right with him.
I mean,
buttons on one lapel, buttons on none on the other.
All the technology.
Can only Skype with his left hand.
No, but he's like, I think because he respects him because he does work for charity and he's a noble brother.
Yeah, and he's all around Hallmark do-gooder.
Uncle Bishop.
Uncle Bishop, yeah, that's what I've got written down as well.
I've just got Amish McKellen. Hunter drives her back in the car and he's like, oh, I'm building a house for a family whose house burnt down. Why are you rewarding them for burning their house down?
You don't know that they burned their house down.
Surely that's what insurance is for.
Always assume it's someone you know.
Based on Uncle Bishop's response to non-Amish people, I'm assuming that it was some kids, some hoodlums come and burnt it all down. Well, I can't remember what they called them, the non-Amish.
Englishers.
I was just thinking, all right.
English. Well, they say English is in there, but it is technically English.
Oh, okay.
I think they're interchangeable, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anglishes as well, he says at one point.
I've learned so much from this film about the Amish. It's been lovely.
I'd like to know more about the
I'd
Amish.
like to visit.
You
It looks lovely.
You can be one of those people just taking photos next to him going,
Can't do anything.
No, I won't do that. That's what I'm curious to see. We go back to Veronica and the show and Scott, and they now want Anne back in the show.
Yeah, because the ratings have tanked.
Yeah, they've gone.
Ratings.
even though the show is not actually broadcasting at the moment, we're in between seasons, so there are no episodes currently airing. So it makes no sense. They were taking a break so that they could set up this romance between seasons, so they could enter into this new season with a new romance. And it seems like she's been gone not even 10 days yet, because the car take 10 days.
Who knows how long she's been gone, because that drive is 31 hours and we don't know
where she stopped on the way. There's another film in the middle in that drive.
Then we're back in.
She's going to fix this house, and she offers to help, despite previously saying that she hates being outside. She wanted to do cooking and stuff.
Yeah. Yes, but it's Hunter.
Yeah.
She'll do anything for him, but she won't do that.
There's a good establishing shot of puddle, cow, barn, forest, chicken.
So I mean, it looks nice. We're back to
kitchen.
The kitchen.
Where all the action happens.
Where Angry Man Bishop disapproves of Anne staying there because
Uncle Bishop is racist to non-Amish.
Yeah.
No. First of all, we're making stuff.
What are we making?
Because she asks Sarah to get the sauce started. Sarah produces a massive jar of tomato sauce, and I'm like, do you just mean put it in a pan and heat it?
Yeah, just put this on simmer.
Also, whenever it shows the hands chopping something, clearly a bloke's hands.
Is it? I didn't notice.
When she was activating that mouse, she had big nails on. When it comes to someone chopping it, bloke's hand.
And also, there's nobody else staying in this hotel now. They're just cooking for the two of them.
I think at this point there are still people staying there.
Yeah,
it's the wedding. It's the wedding party.
It's the next section is
later on. Everyone leaves. After
right,
they might actually be cooking for them too, because this was the true love.
This is
Sarah and Anne.
Has been cooked by an Englander. This is what I mean. It's we need to know these things.
Well, anyway, he tells Sarah of the proposal from Jeremiah. Did you say
Jeremiah? Yeah, Jebediah.
I was like, is Jeremiah a long version of Jimmy?
No, could be.
You're making better plot.
Jimmy's driving a car, and Jimmy's basically Amish Uber.
He could be on his. Did they have a break from the Amish where they sow the seeds? Is that not Rumspringa? Of course, yeah. He might be on a Rumspringa.
Where he's just become an Uber driver.
Yeah, living the life
anyone's ever said. Go out and get leathered and no, I want to drive.
I just want to drive this mid-range station wagon.
I believe though there is a reality TV series about Rumspringa actually.
There's been a couple of documentary series about it where it focuses on people who never went back after Rumspringa, and they're crack addicts. And
what I can gather from things, it's normally when they're like 17, 18, isn't it? And they can have 6 months or it's a gap year.
Yeah, it's a gap. It's whether they want to commit to the faith or not.
Yeah,
it's fine.
But her husband only died a couple of months ago. Yeah, she's Uncle Bishop man's already trying to marry her.
She has those childbearing hips though.
She is born to be a mother and a wife.
Not correct.
Not an innkeeper.
No.
Bishop McKellen, yeah.
But didn't she say earlier on that she was always the innkeeper type? She didn't want to be the mother. Because she said Noah was more of a...
more at home outdoors.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. But don't focus on this. We all focused on this plot line thinking it was going to go somewhere.
Yeah. we were all happy being cooking and stuff.
Yeah.
Indoors.
I think here's my theory. I think that there's a deleted bit at the end where she decides to leave the faith to keep the inner self, and the producer said this is a bit too risque for the Amish community. Not that they're ever going to fucking see it.
Things keep safe.
Yeah, we don't want to offend them, so we'll cut this out. So we'll just leave it ambiguous.
Not ambiguous, just We'll never know.
I think we know what our film's going to be. Runaway Romance 2. Sarah's life.
A better story.
We come back to Scott doing a live stream of...
Not how live streams work. They don't get broadcast on the telly.
Yeah.
He's doing a live stream offering a reward to find Anne.
Skills. One of them is hunting field mice.
To try and find Anne. I hope Anne's parents have been notified that she's actually all right at this point.
I'm so saying, can you offer a reward for someone who has just left? Like,
who just wants to be alone.
I don't know, but like, say you were in an abusive relationship and you left, and then that person went on TV and said, any information to where he is $30 grand. That's not allowed, surely.
No.
That's like endangerment of a person.
Surely, within this film, this is where Gretchen should step up and go, look, I spoke to her a couple of days ago. She's fine. Leave her alone.
Gretchen Wieners ain't doing nothing, mate.
To be fair, in reality, she's been on this show for 2 years now. She will have an agent. Yeah. This is for her agent to sort out. Yeah. This is for somebody else to sort out. We're not hunting down people across country just to get them back on a TV show.
I want it to be like
left.
This is not the fugitive.
Jimmy sees this because he's having his nightly burger at this diner.
Yep, the last time that this actually comes up.
He finally recognises her from a programme he's never watched.
They're waiting for the game to come on! Ed Helms as the... The Simpsons last week, and we're doing The Office this week.
Then we got to the house building. That
building montage.
Hunter.
This is how
yep.
Country. And again,
free T-shirt, sign me up.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for a freebie.
And Hunter offers to take her to thread some wire. Wink.
Oh.
Wink, wink, wink.
And then we get the random neighbour, which also never crops up again.
Introduced into a neighbour in some Daisy Dukes that never appears again.
This neighbour that I thought was going to be the one to out Anne as this reality star, never see her again.
Oh, Alicia with her slutty workwear.
Yeah. She seems to recognise her from something, not sure what.
Yeah, and then Anne gives a really cryptic statement of like, reality is only based on being nice. And Hunter's like, you're so wise. You're all idiots.
And despite Anne saying that she's not really looking to date, she goes for dinner with Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
First opportunity.
We've had delicious burgers with Jimmy, but no. 2 bits of fried chicken and a bread roll is on her plate.
And it's delicious.
And she steals his fucking fries.
Yeah,
she does.
She's been eyeing him like a hawk.
Yeah, she's been eyeing him. She didn't ask, can she dip it into his sauce, but she does that anyway. Yeah, slapping her hand off. Get off. But she tells him about the relationship that happened with Scott. She doesn't mention names, or she doesn't mention that it was reality TV or anything. She just mentions the relationship. He tries to console her by touching her hand, which she immediately pulls away because, it's a little bit creepy.
And she says, you think you know me? And at that point, I was just like, it's Edge!
Okay. And outside,
Jimmy is taking a long-range photograph through the front windscreen of his car.
Yeah, it's just going to develop as blurry photos focused on his windscreen.
It depends. You can focus.
Well, yes, he can, but he's a computer technician, not a photographer.
That's true.
Also, where is he getting his money in Amish Town from all these computer repairs that he's doing to afford a camera of that spec with that sort of lens?
Because there's not many Uber drivers in Amish Town, so he ramped up the prices.
Oh, disgusting.
You need some vegetables. It'll be $100. What you said, Joe? I actually said butter.
They ain't paying him in cash. They're paying him in freshly churned butter. That whole town runs on a bartering system, I'll wager.
Yeah. Quiche for lodgings.
So what's an architect doing?
Better than Habitat for Homes or whatever.
It seems to be a half Amish, half non-Amish.
Pardon?
It seems to be half Amish, half non-Amish, because how's he an architect?
Yeah.
Not much to build there. So I assume it's half and half kind of...
Yeah, well, I think it's usually the Amish community set up like is its own separate town outside of town, and then they buggy in, so they're not too close to the Englishers.
Jimmy Uber.
Yeah, or Jimmy Uber if you can't afford a buggy.
he does say earlier on that he's off to go and pick up some other people to drive them around. So I think that's basically is Amish Uber, our Uber.
Yeah.
Not John Pashanu.
After Jimmy's taken the photo, we get to another plot point that
never gets
again.
Goes nowhere.
Well, she's going to promote the inn.
Yeah, going into business with nice Amish lady. I've got written down.
Yeah, but we never see that again.
No, she would mention it to Bishop McKellen later.
Yeah, it's meant.
Sorry, he goes 9.
999.
How would that work? The inn is based for Amish people. They would never see social media.
Yeah. Well, is that what she said? Social media.
She said I was, and she goes. She goes, what is social media?
Nailed it. Well done.
We find out later on she has a phone, which is a shunnable crime.
I don't know if she's charging it. There's no plug sockets in that house.
Chargers like I've got.
Yeah, that's why she's getting Jimmy to run her into town. She doesn't need to get all this stuff from the shop. She's charging it up in the car.
USB. Yeah. Back to the garage.
Yeah.
Where the good garage acting man says, no, hand me the small one.
When is a garage? Oh, sorry, yeah. But a car's going to be ready 2 days earlier. When has a garage ever done a job?
A full engine rebuild in 10 days.
2 days earlier than expected to be finished. No.
How good Ali or Arby or whatever he's called is. And as he leaves, he says, no, the Phillips. It's like, he's done research into things that garages would say.
Well, she gets it free of charge for some reason.
No, he drops the car off to her house free of charge.
Oh, God, I missed that then.
I thought she was I'll go and give you an estimate. And she's like, I'm staying at the Amish place with the toilet.
Yeah, that was when she first dropped the car off. At this point, I thought you said you can have it free of charge.
Full engine rebuild in 10 days for free.
It might do. There might be another part of the film that's been cut out, as we've said.
Oh man, if you do like a Zack Snyder cut of this, I would want it.
Well, the house that she was rebuilding was his because he set it on fire.
It's fine.
That's what it is. Mechanic man, his house set on fire, burned down, and because she helped rebuild it, he's given the car for free. There you go.
She literally nailed one thing to a wall. And
he doesn't know that.
And let Hunter feed some wire through her.
Romance.
Jimmy is having his daily death burger.
Yeah,
with everything on it. I wonder what eyes.
Oh, everything, mate. Yeah. Old tires, tarpaulin,
beard trimmings. Keep it at a very specific point.
He's waiting for a phone call. He gets a phone call from
Scott.
Beverly Hills.
From Beverly Hills, CA.
Yeah.
Is that what it says on the phone?
It's on the phone.
Yeah.
No, I'm still
Scott. And even though, right, he sent him the pictures, which I wouldn't have done first. I'd have been like, I have pictures here. Send us cash. Yeah. He sends them off because he's an idiot. And he's like, all I want is a part on your show.
Do you ever make a point of how much the reward was going to be? Other than cash? Okay.
It never says.
Yeah.
Unspecified amount.
Yeah. Yeah, each wants a part on the reality TV show.
Doesn't say what size part.
Again,
there's no specification.
Which puts play at the fact that Jimmy might be in an adult learning course, actually, because he's got very poor focus.
Yeah. I fixed the computer. Delete temporary files. Be good.
What you didn't see was the diner owner come to his laptop, open it up, and it's just full of like yogurt. What's he doing?
Hunter takes
right, did we ever mention this cave before?
No, but I'm guessing it's Cave Town. It's called Cave City, isn't it? So.
Oh yeah.
Which is very Hamster City. Michael Scott.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
The very dark caves. It's almost like being
beautifully lit up. This cave.
Yeah. So it's almost as if the production team passed a local tourist attraction and went, "We need to film there."
Yeah, I've had bits from that League of Gentlemen thing where it's like, "Oh, there is Father Christmas."
Yeah.
Assuming this cave isn't technically within the film world, isn't a tourist attraction. It was lit up like it was.
And it also had a convenient handrail as if it was a tourist attraction.
Oh, it's definitely a thing. There's a bit where Hunter goes, watch your head, grabs her head and pushes it down.
There's nothing there. No, I saw that.
I was like, oh, Hunter's a bad man. We know what on, don't we?
He just picked his nose and just wiped on her head.
Like, this is not
the Family Guy thing.
Has lured a woman into his underground lair.
They kiss anyway. Yeah.
No. Before that, he turns the lights off and explains that this quartz.
Algae on the ceiling.
Well, I was like, if it's glowworms, that floor's going to stink.
Yeah.
But apparently it's quartz that's in the rock, and it's called vitreous luster, which is also my wrestling name. And have a snog in the cave while all the goblins and bugbears and stuff watch.
The other tourists are just wandering around.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't actually there, but
they don't even buy a pencil sharpener from the gift shop.
No. Then we get back to to the inn, and her car's been dropped off by generous mechanic.
Yep, it's ready. Well done. That was fast.
But she's not going to leave. She's going to stick around and help Sarah.
Got more stuff to do.
Yeah.
Which again, we never see.
Found herself. She's found the person that she should have always been.
Why was she saying that she had to leave anyway? I know Sarah said that when the 10 days are up, she's going to leave, but it felt to me like Anne wanted to leave for some reason.
People in Scranton waiting for her.
Yeah.
Has she? They're not looking for her either.
Toby's there.
He's in jail. He's a Scranton Strangler.
Also, why she talks to Sarah while Sarah's putting tiny quilts on a table.
Was she?
Yeah, she's putting little tiny quilts around the table.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
and then she explains that she has a mobile phone for emergencies.
Wait.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
You've missed the part where Scott turned up.
Yeah, Tiny Eyes is back.
Yeah. When she gets out of the car with Hunter, Scott turns up and goes, "I found you."
Right.
He wants them to get back together. She says it was never real. It was all about the show. Projecting that on Scott. And he says he's all she's got, which
is a lie.
Screw you, yeah. Then we're going to. Oh, sorry. Hunter left at this junction because he was sick of it already.
Hunter's sick of this other man that's appeared
because
that she obviously disdains.
The betrayal.
Yeah, indeed, the betrayal has arrived.
Again, where if he lets her explain, then we're fine.
I mean, we can rename it from the betrayal to "Just let me explain."
Let me explain.
Then we go back into the house, and Sarah already knew because
this is where we
She gets up at 5:30, checks her phone, then goes downstairs to make a quiche.
Yeah. She is the worst Amish. She is officially the worst Amish.
Uncle Angry Man Bishop would be fuming at this point.
His beard would ignite rage.
Jebediah would never put up for this sort of nonsense if they were married.
Then she searched the internet, which is a thing no one has said since like 1994, is it?
Well, it shows the age of the person who wrote this, surely.
Well, I hope we'll find that in Craig Facts. Yeah, so she already knows. So
while she's explaining this to her, someone off screen, or in the mix anyway, is just going on a horn. I've just got someone's blowing a fun toot horn in the next.
I hope it's just Scott outside.
like the things that roll out.
Yeah. Like a party thing.
A party blower.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's just parking one of them in the next room.
I thought the wedding had gone. Anyway.
It's the Amish fun toot horn. Bishop McAllen shows up and he is furious.
Look, Joe, you've missed out stuff. Missing out stuff because you've got to get the very important plot point of Jimmy being shunned by Scott.
Well, not only that, after Jimmy's been shunned by Scott because obviously Scott.
That's an important one, so that Jimmy will get his revenge on Scott.
I'll have my revenge.
Yeah. And then we find out that Tiny Eyes has multiple news outlets at his command. Because this is where he shows up with at least 3 different news stations with camera crews.
You're jumping ahead, Craig.
I'm really not, because
we need to go back to Joe's Angry Bishop Man.
I've got that after. I've got Uncle.
Oh no, he was there first because when he tried to get away.
Of course.
Yeah. Angry Man Bishop is still very angry, is what I've written down.
Yeah, he shows up and you shouldn't be here, Englisher. Your time here is up. And
This is where we find out that it's his son.
Help.
Jeremiah is his son.
Yeah.
Oh, you've
yeah,
ulterior motive here, haven't you?
She just goes, way to bury the lead, Sarah. And I'm like, fuck you. My husband's just died.
Yeah. Also, you are a tenant in my hotel. Why would I share my personal life with you?
Because
I don't know.
with her.
He shared it.
We are now besties after 5 days.
Yeah, now Scott and the TV crew turn up. And news.
Multiple. There was an ABC, there was an NBC, and literally when he gets his own way, though, he literally just clicks his finger and they all disappear as if he has
the thing, and they all go.
Yeah.
At this point, I genuinely thought, because Bishop McKellen had fucked off, and
I thought he was going to die.
Punching out of the wagon, that Sarah was going to pull her mobile phone out and secretly record it.
Oh, see,
I wasn't sure if it was a sort of like a native thing where if the Amish are filmed by video cameras, their stalls are stolen, because that's the way that they were acting when they showed up with these news. No, don't film them.
No, I thought because of all that, he was going to have some kind of heart attack or something, and these clogs. And
no,
it's all right. Don't worry.
We don't have a clue.
We will never see this character again as he rides off between the news vans.
We're writing the sequel to this. We're writing the film that goes alongside it.
The Sarah story.
The Sarah story. Yeah, but he wants. Sorry, go back to Scott. He demands she goes back with him and gives releases a statement to say.
Not release a statement, not hostage.
That's what he says. He says release a statement, because I thought that was a weird way to put it.
I must have missed that bit. Yeah.
It was all a bit strange. I don't think this is how contract negotiations for a reality TV show work. Holding them hostage for a whole Amish community. Yeah.
Also, all those people were walking on the grass. I'd be furious.
Yeah. He also didn't say what he'd do if she didn't go back with him.
Hang about.
I assume that's what it was, but he never actually said, come back with me or I'll burn this into the ground or whatever. He just said, come back with me. Okay.
Yeah.
So she agrees to go back. Jimmy shows up and says, sorry, it was me all along.
I did it. Sorry. I just wanted to be on telly.
Stops her leaving twice. And he's like, no, I have a plan.
See, this is where this character would have been advantageous for this to be like a 17-year-old character, being a naive, like, young teenager who got...
Yeah.
That's where it would not a 36-year-old man who's
old enough to know better.
who's started his second career as a computer programmer.
Also, if you wanted to be reality TV, go to Hollywood, go to California, and do it. Don't
have a go.
Be an Uber driver.
Ages you like a Benjamin Button thing. We don't know what the plan is, but
we don't know what the plan is. But there's only 10 minutes of the film left, so we're going to find out shortly.
We have had another point where Hunter doesn't allow Anne to explain why she's sticking around or why she left.
No, Sarah goes and says, as a word with him, like, she says 9 at one point. Yeah. And then we cut to the fucking Catalina wine mixer, where Scott is sat at a massive table on his own with a load of random people. Tatum O'Neill looking very much like an old Lisa Kudrow.
Yes.
At this point. And this is where I put Scott is almost a Cyclops when he's talking to her. When he's saying something directly in front of him, his eyes seem to get one big pupil. And then it's like, oh, well, that's the guy. Remember Jimmy? You know, the guy that you over?
You screwed over, and he's still a gullible schmuck, and he just wants to appear on the show.
And conveniently, there is a seat there ready for him.
Yeah. Almost
goes, you're right, to that one.
He does, doesn't he?
Also, not necessarily a thing. He's been stood literally 5 feet away at the side of the set. What is the need for him to actually sit down on set? There was no problem with him stood towards the side. Why? I don't understand why.
I've got to assume that he was also never going to be on camera, because surely if you're going to do a nice live stream, you're focusing the camera on the 2 stars.
Yeah, there's only a cameraman there, so it wouldn't be the background of a shot, would it?
No.
Yeah.
He was there for a good reason. He helped.
And then
start the live stream, apparently.
Yeah, did some classic beat boop hacking, some classic 90s hacking where he's just beat booping on his phone.
He started the live stream early whilst Anne
Anne basically starts getting Scott to admit that he's
Get into that.
Yeah.
Tatum O'Neill comes over and he's like, "Oh, there's 8 million people waiting to watch this."
8
and
million.
Point of saying, "Press the big red button when we're ready."
Yeah.
And then Anne makes him admit that he's basically been a shit pipe all the way through this, probably because his native habitat is endangered by man, because he's a bird.
I think you meant Cyclops again.
No, he just had a cave somewhere.
Yeah.
That was his cave.
Scott's cave. Scott's cave.
Yes.
And he admits all this stuff and starts getting quite uppity with her.
Veronica goes
and then everyone's phone goes off.
Yeah. She goes
For
on
no
Christian Bale.
yeah.
I don't understand why like fat Josh producing guy's phone went off.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then the cameraman's goes off, and then everyone. I was like, is
I
this? the end of the
thought it was just to show that Jimmy's hacking.
No, I thought I'd missed something. I thought there was another plan. I was like, I thought Jimmy'd be hacking the tablet here and doing the live stream. Is he literally just trying to disrupt the filming here by ringing random people?
I reckon it was to. Yeah, he was doing all that so that she'd react in a bad way whilst the live stream started. And everyone can see what a douche she is.
Jimmy is hacking the mainframe.
Yep. And then literally goes, "It was me, haha," and runs off.
It's brilliant.
He got hurdle something as well.
Waving his hands in the air.
The assistant guy
Not gonna catch me.
as well. It's good. Jimmy Good made the film, to be honest.
Yeah. He runs away. He hurdles something and runs away. And then Hunter appears.
And then it just Hunter.
Yeah,
like
Hunter appears,
Lord of the
Hunter
Rings when
appears in
Gandalf
silhouette in the
appears.
sun. Yeah,
They sit down. They have a snog.
That's it.
yeah. Credits.
Thingy. So I was like, "Is that it? What happens with Ian and Sarah
Yeah.
and Bishop McKellen and Jeremiah?"
I'm Jim.
Literally.
Literally. Get onto anything.
Fine.
Yeah. Just like literally, what about Uncle Bishop and the Amish friend? Totally unresolved. Last thing I wrote. No, shouldn't need to.
The people that were expecting her, and they got in touch.
They've offered a reward as well. Basically becoming a version of Treasure Hunt at this point.
This could be our film. The Sarah
I wouldn't
story.
mind writing a sequel to this.
I know.
Sarah rebuffing Jeremiah week on.
Yeah.
What did you give it out of 10 then?
I would say less than I gave last week's.
Which I now have the stats for. You gave a 7.8 to last week's.
I'm going to give it a 7 even.
7 even, nice.
It was good. It was just, if there was an end,
Oh, I gave it 7.2. God,
it just went.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
It was
it.
fine.
Until
Craig?
the ending. And I was like,
Yeah.
I liked Sarah. I liked her character. Her
Yeah.
accent was sketchy at times, but I wanted to know more.
Right.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.8. It was a film filled with likable characters that had no story associated with them.
Yeah. If you probably add them up on average, that's probably the most even scored one, probably.
I would say.
Yeah.
So.
Uh,
It comes in technically second. Not
no,
by
I
much.
don't mean about like overall score. I mean like of just closest together.
Closest we
yeah.
agree on something. Yeah,
I mean,
It was coming second to last week.
whatever.
it was
You two
fine.
went overboard last week, but yeah.
Last week's was good.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Is
Craig
it
facts?
the week?
I hope
It's
so.
Craig fact. It's Craig fact time.
Craig facts.
Right, Craig facts. The role of Anne, our leading lady, was played by Daniel C. Ryan, star of the classic films 12 Dogs of Christmas, Great Puppy Rescue.
Yes,
I'm
please.
so glad we get to see some people
Yeah.
again at Christmas.
Yeah. Oh Zombie, which is the Osama bin Laden zombie movie.
What?
You want to say that again?
We can do that at Halloween.
Yeah. And she,
What's that?
yeah,
Osama bin Laden zombie movie.
Osama bin Laden comes back from his watery grave with an army of zombies to take on the infidel.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
50 times.
I hope that's Hallmark as well.
Also the star of Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat,
I've seen that once, but I couldn't remember.
where she played the role of Thing One. which, as far as I'm aware of, Sue Slaw is quite a large, prominent role in the Cat in the Hat. So yeah, she was a child actor. Hunter R. Hunk was played by Trevor Donovan. Had a long run on 90210 by the looks of things. Was in one out of 4 CSIs.
Oh, we're never going to get that.
We're never going to get the full. And also in a film called Bermuda Tentacles.
Fucking
which is sounds interesting. And last, Tiny Eyes, Cyclops, Hawkman, Bo Davidson is the actor's name, who appeared in one episode of Gilmore Girls as a volleyball guy.
Yay!
Recently appeared in a film called Assassin 33 AD, which I'm presuming is a Assassin's Creed sort of straight-to-video knockoff. Although with it being 33 AD, it makes me think, is Assassin killing Jesus? Because that's the year Jesus dies.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what that is. I will do further research.
Yeah,
and also the star of the short film, Bo Davidson, Blessed.
Very poor depth percent.
Indeed. Directed by Brian Hertzlinger, who is the director of such hits as Psycho Yoga Instructor.
Nice.
The classic Cherokee High School senior class video 1994.
I'm assuming that's a class video and not like a film.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
No, yeah.
Listed on his IMDb. No one else listed
Wow,
on it. I think he put this on IMDb himself because there's nobody else attached to this project except him.
Wow, that's
Maybe he had to have so many credits just to get into
it.
a club.
And most recently and depressingly, he's the director of My Truth, The Rape of Two Corys, which is the documentary about Corey Feldman and Corey Haim and their abuse as child stars.
keep it like Greg.
Yeah, well, no, I refuse. It literally stared there in my face, and I was just like,
From Bermuda Tentacles to the rape of Corey Feldman.
I just thought it was, how do you go from light, fluffy TV romance film set in Amish country to that?
Go via Cherokee High School again.
Yeah.
And Osama bin Laden zombies.
Yeah. This film was based on a book by Myra Lee Ferrell.
No.
Please be part of a trilogy.
Yeah.
This is the first book in a series called the Heartfelt Romance series.
Yeah, but I'm gonna assume that the next book isn't about her though.
The follow-up is called From the Heart. It's another love story based in Amish country, and also
this one.
And also stars Galadriel Stineman, who was the actress who played Sarah in the lead role.
That's next week.
Can we find it? What's it called?
From the Heart. It's called. It's either the book's called From the Heart. It might be called. The film might be Follow Your Heart, possibly. And this one is a Hallmark movie.
Called Follow Your Heart, the film.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the main in it as well.
Yeah, she's the main actress.
Yes. Wait, is she playing the same character?
I don't think so.
Oh, right.
Unfortunately.
Wearing a loose blouse in this, so no. I'm not sure what it's on, but yep.
We can have our trilogy. If we get all, did you say trilogy, Craig?
No, just 2 books in this series, but it is part of the larger Amish romance fiction section of Goodreads.
Amish month. Is that what we're doing?
There are quite a few of these made into TV movies by the looks of things.
Must be cheap to film in Amish country.
Fascination with
That's
the
like
Amish.
filming at a park. You do them all at once.
Right. According to a 2018 interview with the star Danielle Ryan, a sequel is in the works.
When was that?
2018, so 3 years ago, but got to take COVID into account. Yeah. Still a possibility. So we may yet get the continuation of the lost plot points.
The Sarah story.
Of course, this is not a Hallmark film. This was an Up TV movie, and I don't know if you can guess from the content of this film, with it being an Amish one and a bit sort of like that. Up TV was originally called the Gospel Music Channel.
Okay.
This film was first aired on the 7th of January 2018, and for some reason I can't find any sort of ratings for Up TV anywhere.
Really?
I literally spent an hour today trying to find any sort of Nielsen ratings or anything for Up TV, and I can't find anything anywhere. So unfortunately, no viewing figures this week for this one.
I'm going to assume 15 million.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I'm going to shoot
and
10 million. Statistics.
And thus end Craig's facts.
Woo!
Good. I can't find it. I've had a look online. It's not on Prime. It might be on Netflix or something.
If it hopefully crops up at some, look out for it in the future, because if it does crop up, it might not be next week, but if it does get added to Prime at some point,
yeah, boy,
it will be a must-watch.
Good times.
Reviews.
Mostly positive. Better middling, to be fair.
Yeah.
Linda Plant, 25. New set dressers required. Are we really expected to believe that the young female lead character lived in a huge house with furniture that wouldn't have looked out of place in an elderly care home? Heavens above! My parents chucked out furniture like that over 30 years ago. What is wrong with set designers? I have no idea what she's going on about.
We only see that house for a second.
And she didn't have to bother showing us the package of hair colorant in the motel. She just needed to take her wig off. It was obvious.
To be fair, but continuity for the plot.
Yeah.
This was atrocious by Linda 846-907-01312. A lot of Lindas. I love cheesy romance movies, but I couldn't get more than 30 minutes into it. The actress who played the main character looked so plastic. Her face was so unreal, I couldn't stand looking at her.
Harsh.
I didn't expect this to be a documentary on plain folk, but the heavy makeup on the Amish lady and the exaggerated accent, what even accent is that supposed to be? Was so offensive. Writing was lazy even for this genre, and acting was painful to watch. Give this one a pass. Now, I think Linda's wrong.
Yeah.
She's very wrong.
Very wrong there.
Yeah.
Very, very wrong.
Sorry, Linda.
And the last bad one, Chick Flick by Sandra Crab 2775. She's Sandra and a crab. A poor representation of the male species. Never trust a left-handed blonde architect that doesn't shave, nor a woman who has an axe to grind. Never ever get involved with reality TV because it's not real. Tatum O'Neal sounded like an old fart about to croak. Casting for this film was very bad.
Well, bullet points.
I mean,
unnecessary. I don't get the bit about the left-handed blonde.
Sandra Crab is going through some stuff there.
Yeah, don't be so
She
snippy.
hurt by a left-handed blonde refusing to shave architect.
Was he left-handed? We never.
I didn't spot it.
I'll end on a positive as we always do. 10 out of 10. Wonderful to see Galadriel Stineman again.
Indeed.
PG 384319.
I agree.
I did not even know she was in the movie when I watched it.
So,
Who did you think it was? I watched it because Trevor Donovan was in it, and I've loved his work for years. I have liked Galadriel's work since she was in Cassidy on The Middle.
she's got better facts than Craig.
Yeah. I didn't list her in the.
Better than that. If I have any complaints, it is that her beautiful hair is hidden for the entire movie. Bit weird.
Goddamn Amish.
I have come to love red hair, and hers is beautiful. Bit weird. For me, she and Trevor were the real stars of this movie. The biggest disappointment was Tatum O'Neal, unless she was to play an evil witch.
Which she
If
was.
this is the case, she did it very well.
Sure.
And Up managed to make the self-centered boyfriend not have greasy hair like all Hallmark films do.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Shows reviews.
Mostly positive. The bad ones that I managed to find
That
were
one's were very specific.
nothing about eyelashes neither.
No.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was fine. There are a hell of a lot worse out there, as I'm sure we'll find.
In conclusion, that was Runaway Romance. Any final thoughts on the film?
It's pretty good.
I liked it.
If you want to see a film about the Amish that doesn't involve Harrison Ford hitting children, this is the film for you.
There are only two
Good
guys.
final thought, Craig. As I said, if you'd like to keep up to date with all things Hallmark of Greatness, you can follow the show on Twitter at Hallmark of Great, on Instagram at Hallmark of Greatness, and email us with any recommendations, thoughts, anything you think we have missed, hallmarkofgreatness@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening this week. We will be back next week.
Goodbye.
Indeed. Auf Wiedersehen.
Stay tuned for the trailer, which will tell you the entire plot of the film.
Anne, you are on one of the most popular reality TV shows in America.
And let's cut.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
love you.
I love you too, babe.
I'm so happy for you! You are going to remember this day for the rest of your life.
The whole sweet, small town Pennsylvania cater meets my son, hottest reality star, and they become a cute couple. It's all played out.
Scott would never go for this.
It was Scott's idea.
I quit. Where would you go? Somewhere no one knows me.
You're listening to Spirit 102.7. Have you heard the latest about life with the Adsons?
Apparently,
And Stanway.
she wanted more screen time, so she quit and disappeared.
I'm Annie Standish.
I run an inn a few miles away. I have plenty of room if you'd like to stay for the night.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. This is my work shirt. It's supposed to be dirty.
He is a good man. And he is not taken by a woman.
I didn't ask that.
The network is very concerned about the ratings. If we don't get Anne back, there is no show.
Anne is missing, which is why I'm offering a reward for any information that helps me find her.
You come here a lot. This would be a great date spot. I mean, not that we're on a date.
Obviously.
Anne, there you are.
We'll just turn off the cameras and go.
Not without you.
What you heard, it's not the truth. He's not my boyfriend.
So are we talking about the show or out here in the real world?
What do you want?
I want us to be together again.